Ciao ragazzi, I'm Danilo and welcome back to another video. Today, thanks to the amazing guys at Sweetwater, we have the brand new Line 6 Helix Stadium. So, let's recreate 10 legendary guitar tones using the Stadium. Okay, and now let me walk you through the presets I just created for this video, and let's start with the Metallica one. As you can see, it's a very simple signal path. You have the amp, which is the Kali 2C+, based on the Beza Boogie 2C+, but the most important thing is the ER. As you can see, I'm not using the default cabinet, but I'm using my own custom ER, which will be available very soon. These are the settings of the amps, delay, reverb, pretty simple. Now moving forward, we have the Petrucci one, which is also very simple, but despite having the same amp, this time I'm using its cabinet, which is the 4x12 Kali V30 and a 2x12 interstate. Don't ask me why, but I think it sounds good together. And I want to try the Polycapo, which is actually the live transpose effect that I actually used to tune the guitar one whole step down. So yeah, that's the Petrucci setting. Okay, now we can move to the Brian May one, which is always interesting. And as you can see, I'm using the Voltage Queen amp. And despite having actually the AC 15 and 30, which are right here, I found out that, I don't know, the Voltage Queen amp sounds best. So that's what I'm using, and just a tiny bit of boost in front. For the Van Halen one, I actually used my own AVH, which I captured using the proxy technology of the Helix Stadium. So this is the amp clone I created. And there's also a micro pitch in front, so 9 cents down and 9 cents up, which is the typical micro pitch Van Halen settings. Of course, a tiny bit of phaser and the tube screamer in front just to push a little bit the amp, which is this one. For the slash tone, I actually have two different presets. This one is called Slash Signature. It is because it's based on my own JCM Slash Signature amp, which I cloned using the proxy technology. But I didn't use this one. I used the other one, which I created, which is the Slash AFD. Of course, trying to recreate the Appetite for Destruction tone. And I use a stock amp, which is the Brit 2203 MV, but I didn't use its stock cabinet. In fact, I used two different IRs, which are this one, and again, like the Metallica ones, these are coming really soon. Delay, reverb, that is it. As you can see, the Muse one is very straightforward. I'm using a clone of my Soldano amp, again with the proxy technology, and a fuzz in front, which is the Bihorn fuzz, which is this one. That's it, very simple. Okay, for the Eric Clapton one, which I think it came out pretty decent, I started a signal chain with a Minotaur, which is of course the clone, and then I split the signal in two, just to have two stereo amps, the US Lux Black, which is this one, and the other one is the US Princess 76. Pretty straightforward until here. Then I used the respective cabinet, which is 1x12 and 1x10, because I needed that boxy, vintagey brown sound, and then just a bit of reverb. That's it. For the Jimi Hendrix one, I actually did the opposite of the Eric Clapton one, because I used only one amp, but I actually split the signal in two different cabinets. The 4x12 Greenback 30, which is actually one of the standard cabinets I always use, and the 4x12 Greenback 20. Then I used just a tiny bit of delay, reverb as always, but this is the main amp I've used. Okay, for this 80s inspired Ozzy Osbourne tone, which as you can see it says Randy Rhoads and Jakey Lee, because the riff I just played is from Jakey Lee and not Randy Rhoads, but the tone is kind of similar. I'm using a clone of my Soldano, but this is another clone. As you can see, I made my own clones with the proxy, and also this one will be available very soon. And the other amp is just actually a British Jubilee, which is stock in the Helix. So yeah, those are the two amps I used. Tiny bit of reverb, that's it, very simple. And of course, for the last tone, which is the more complicated, if you will, it's the David Gilmour Comfortably Numb solo. And yeah, as you can see, it's not that complicated, but there are a few more elements. At the beginning of the signal chain, we have the Ratatouille dist, which is actually based on the Rat, which Gilmour often used. Then the amp, it's the Rhoads 103, based of course on the high watt. And this is the only amp I'm using. It's not stereo like the ones before, but I'm splitting the signal into two different cabinets. The 4x12 Rhoads, which is the stock cabinet for the amp, and again another 4x12 Rhoads hub, but with different mics. So this is a 57 and this is a 121 ribbon. It's very important to add the rotary speaker, because this is what gives the tone a bit of movement and a bit of chorusy type of sound, but it's actually a rotary. A lot of delay, but with modern chorus, so the delay has modulation in its repeats, and a big reverb with dynamic hall. Okay, and these are the tones I created for this video. Okay, and these were my 10 legendary guitar tones that I recreated using the Line 6 Helix Stadium. What do you think? Did you like my tones? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to get all my presets and custom URs, they're gonna be available for the download really soon. Huge thanks again to the amazing guys at Sweetwater for hooking me up with the Helix Stadium. If you want to check it out, there's a link down in the description below. And that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!